me a bit about the nephews and how close they were to Jay.
They were very close to him. Alfie used to go into his room and dip his sherbet, and he used to go in there with all of his friends, and they used to play the computer. And make aeroplanes, yes. Alfie is the eldest. He's 5, and then I have another little boy, Archie. He's 4, and he doesn't understand as much, but he knows that his uncle is now in heaven. He had a good memory, last memory, of his uncle a few weeks before this terrible thing happened. My brother looked after him for the evening, and he was all happy that he'd been in his uncle's car and he'd seen his uncle's friends, and my 5-year-old's finding it very difficult at the moment. He's took to sort of singing songs up to heaven to ask him to come down and just to see his face one more time, and he loves him and he knows that Jay loves us and everybody else. How do you explain to a 4 and 5-year-old something so tragic? Just don't. It's hard to try and be strong for my mum and me, as well as my kids.
Yeah.
You must have had a nightmare Christmas.
Absolutely. Did we put Jay's name on cards, or did we put Jay's name on cards? So in the end we didn't do cards. Christmas Day, where normally there'd be celebrations, and Jay had all his stocking, even though he was nearly 18, he just loved Christmas. Instead we went and visited his grave. And that just isn't right. If he was out on street corners and he'd been drinking cans of lager, his tracksuits, his baseball caps and everything else, then I would have said, yeah, he lived the sword, died by the sword. He wasn't. He loved everyone. He hated it if family arguments went on. He loved old people as well as the babies. Everybody had a place in Jay's heart, and he protected everybody. Not physically, but mentally, he protected everybody. He was the peacemaker.
I was going to ask if you had religious beliefs. You're wearing a cross, and you mentioned about heaven.
No.
No religion, but we're such complex people, not people, beings. There has to be more to life than just living. We hold so much energy. There has to be something else, whether it's another universe or. I don't believe it's over. I'm religious.
I like to think that Jay's with the angels. It's sort of like a religious belief that's our own religious belief, rather than following the crowd, rather than being told what to believe in and what not to believe in. We believe in what we believe in. We believe that Jay is in the arms of the angels. He's probably plucking out their feathers and selling them, because he always made £1 here and there.
Often people faced with sudden loss, as a journalist I know this, would go and see a medium and try and contact their loved one.
Yeah.
I just wondered, have you done so?
Yep. Yep. It was great. I learned so much, and things that came over, nobody could have known. And I mean, nobody.
Down to me dyeing my hair.
Down to Holly dyeing her hair the week before, and it wasn't even a local one that we went to. So we do believe, and it's been really strange, because every time we take photographs, and I've had grandson, there's orbs on every single photograph. We've got to believe in something, that there is something.
What would you say if I was a completely innocent witness at that party? What would you tell me?
Unless you come forward, you're not innocent.
you know anything, you wouldn't be innocent. And if you see something, whether you think in your mind that it's irrelevant, it's not irrelevant.
You're not innocent until you come forward, even if you believe that you've seen the smallest, slightest thing, a bit of disturbance after the party, you've seen kids running in and out of a bush or whatever, anything. But if you are hiding them, you're not innocent. If you're hiding them, you're as bad as what they are. And what goes around comes around.